Welcome to a brand new wave, drowning out the noise that's tame. Liberty whispers through the brave, breaking free from every chain. Nullify the rules they crave, crypto beats that pave the way. Anarchy with minds that's safe, algorithms new dawn today. Out of bounds and out of sight, building futures pure and bright. Escape the grip and win the fight. Welcome into the legacy ride. Beyond control we take a stand, casting off the iron brand. Freedom flowing through our hands, revolution's our command. Decentralize the way we plan, all together we expand. Breaking shackles for the clan, in this journey we're unpanned. Out of bounds and out of sight, building futures pure and bright. Escape the grip and win the fight. Welcome into the legacy ride.
Cold hands gripping and the wires tight, painted trails glowing in the night. A silent cage, no bars in sight. Digital chains, they're wrapped around, clicking keys, the only sound. Freedom soul, we hit the ground. Digital chains, pulling us down. Masked faces in a boardroom glare, whispering deals in electric air. Golden power, they don't play fair. Is it genius or just a scheme? A nightmare dressed as a dream. Digital chains, they're wrapped around, clicking keys, the only sound. Freedom soul, we hit the ground. Digital chains, pulling us down. Is it genius or just a scheme? A nightmare dressed as a dream. Digital chains, they're wrapped around, clicking keys, the only sound. Freedom soul, we hit the ground. Digital chains, pulling us down.
Let's do this.
Wait, I have a question.
Of Jennifer Kaiser. What? What's your question there, buddy?
How was Bitcoin when you was on the phone with them the other day?
He converted. He got baptized. He's a Catholic now.
Awesome.
He joined the true church.
See, that's what happens when you listen on Mondays.
Exactly. That's what happens. You become a Catholic.
Sorry.
Mhm.
You go ahead and finish up what you were doing. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
What was I doing?
You doing your
That's
intro,
Andrew Joseph. That was Andrew Joseph. I did my intro.
right?
Let me like and subscribe, everybody. Like and subscribe. What is going on in the realm of Bitcoin and crypto, and what does it have to do with Christianity?
That's a good question. I mean, I don't know about the Christianity part, but I was interested in doing a market update real quick if you were interested, get a different perspective or two.
We can, but I can give you one little tidbit while you go down to Daylight Freedom, so you can learn a little bit about what crypto can do for your life. We love Aaron Day, for real. So go support him by supporting yourself and learning what crypto can do for you to escape the system. But I can give you a tidbit of what, not necessarily Bitcoin, but the idea around decentralization within the blockchain movement and tokenization, privacy coins, etc., can do for you. It all goes back to solidarity, the ethics of solidarity, Christian or Catholic ethics of distributist policy for you owning what is yours, while simultaneously acknowledging that you are more than what you own, and you should be able to branch forth and help those, support those to get out of the bind that they are. That's
Okay.
ethical. That is
That
the essence
Hello, brother.
of what. Yeah, that is the essence of what crypto can do for you. Enmeshed within the Christian faith is to bring solidarity, to combine the good aspects of capitalism within market, in exiting the exploitative notion that occurs with when you have a large scale capitalistic system that embraces partnerships with government.
What you can do for
And
crypto.
even and on top of that, even acknowledging some positives to a socialist structure without falling into the realm of the evils that socialism leads to, which is communism and the eradication of private property for public ownership, for which does not end well. Public ownership means nothing. We can't monopolize. You have to have simple private enterprise and ownership within the regime of property for all. People need to understand that you have a natural human right to own yourself.
Zero euro marks.
Yeah. You have the adamant universal idea of owning yourself, your property, your privacy in the cooperation with others. And that is the distributist model of everyday life. And I think that is where agorism embraces Catholic ethics and allows communism to dissipate into nothing, and allows for capitalism and socialism to meet at a cornerstone to where we rid both of them and get back to what it all really means. Free markets, baby.
That's why the 0 euro mark is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Rotten to hell, Karl Marx.
He may not be in hell, man. We don't know that. Only God can tell us that.
That's right.
He could be in purgatory, where he's probably going to be for a very, very long time. Because are you praying for him?
Hell no.
No, you should
Maybe
probably.
I'm praying he suffers.
No, don't do that. That's not the Christian way. Pray for his soul. For we want all to embrace the power and awe and love of God.
I'll take it in
Great harmony, because you know what? The utopian of the Marxist, the utopia of the Marxist thought is not of this world.
I see.
You just get muddled down into this materialistic aspect, communist, to where it's earthly. So you divorce yourself from the divine, and you divorce yourself from the realism of objective morality, and so you get muddled down into exploiting other people for your own behalf, with the thought that you're doing a common good, monopolizing everything, when in reality you're just creating the state to grow more in mass and power. The answer to capitalism is not socialism. The answer is to embrace the good things of capitalism, which are markets and private ownership
I
and
see. So
cooperation and people.
we're gonna watch the March of History at the end of this episode, right? You know, the YouTube rap battle. Maybe next week. We
I mean, when we get, are
we
we
already
gonna
had a
get?
conversation with Bitcoin this week. I mean, come on, what else can we do here? What we can
Well,
do,
Bitcoin. Yeah, God bless Bitcoin and his conversion to Catholicism.
what we can do is get into this article. What do you think?
I think I like to hear myself talk.
Hey,
Get into
that one
it.
is a gimmick. Okay, okay.
What is this?
Institutional buyers may break Bitcoin's traditional 4-year cycle. Timely warns. Institutional buyers may break Bitcoin's traditional 4-year cycle, as Tom Lee warns sustained ETF inflows and corporate adoption introduces counter-cyclical dynamics. Fundstrat's chief investment officer, Tom Lee, has cautioned that institutional buyers could disrupt Bitcoin's traditional 4-year cycle, as sustained institutional capital inflows over the past 2 years have introduced counter-cyclical dynamics to the market. During a recent interview with Mario Newfall Lee, who serves as chairman of Bitmain, Bitmine explained that Bitcoin's 4-year crypto cycle originates from its halving mechanism. Lee emphasizes that the market has moved beyond retail dominance, notating that the 2024 has witnessed corporate buyers and ETF launches bringing consistent capital flows to Bitcoin, shifting away from the 4-year cycle of supply scarcity-driven rallies that previously powered the entire crypto market. Tom Lee, equity market liquidity has ended Bitcoin's traditional 4-year cycle. According to Tom Lee, the crypto markets confronts two critical tests, which are whether Bitcoin will maintain its traditional downward cycle trajectory next year, or whether it will decouple from equity markets, with which it has maintained a strong correlation. Should both scenarios materialize, crypto cycle-based discussions in the cryptocurrency markets may gradually diminish. For more than a decade, Bitcoin's market patterns apparently appeared highly predictable. Every 4 years, the halving event, a program reduction in mining rewards, would initiate a cascading effect. Prices would surge to fresh peaks, then crash into devastating crypto winners before retesting the cycle. This
I
pattern
always
becomes
like.
nearly.
I always
Sorry.
like when the source says X. Why is X a
Yeah.
source now?
Well, I mean,
Nothing.
I know a long time people used to post like screenshots of tweets or whatever. It was like built into news articles.
All
This
I can
pattern
say
becomes.
is all I can say is X or Twitter or whatever. Nothing on social media should be a source.
I
That's
can
my
respect that.
perspective. Yeah.
This pattern becomes nearly sacred amongst crypto traders. However, some of the industry's most prominent analysts now suggest this era may be ending. Supporting Lee's position, Pierre Ricardo, CEO of the Bitcoin Bond Company, also contends the traditional cycle has lost relevance, as expressed in a recent social media post. His reasoning addresses a fundamental shift, where merely 5% of Bitcoin remaining to be mined. The halving supply impact is significantly weaker than previously. During the Bitcoin early years, cutting miner rewards created dynamic market flows disruptions. Currently, the primary market catalyst may be institutional inflows, regulated investment vehicles, and global macroeconomic factors. Jason DeSalt, CEO of IntelliStake.ai, Similarly views the rise of institutional buyers as representing a structural transformation. The halving remains irrelevant, but is not no longer the primary driver, he explained to Crypto News. Price movements are now equally influenced by global liquidity conditions, ETF capital flows, and investor sentiment that are by on-chain supply mechanisms. Bitcoin increasingly responds to the same factors affecting equities, bonds, and commodities, he added. In July, Bitwise Chief Investment Officer Matt Hogan, suggested that historically observed 4 year crypto cycles may no longer govern current market behavior. During a discussion with Bitcoin proponent Kyle Chessie and Bloomberg ETF and analyst James Seifert, Hogan contended that the historical framework is deteriorating, potentially giving way to extended, more sustainable growth period. He highlights the July passage of the Genius Act as a pivotal development. According to the legislation enabled Wall Street to construct crypto-focused financial products. This is the second part of this article, but I just want to wait a second and talk about this thing about the Genius Act. This is obviously, this first part of the article is building up the market for the Genius Act. I don't think it has any legitimacy. We watched the Crypto Crew. We're going to watch Crypto Crew University video at the end of this article, but we watched Crypto Crew University video about Bitcoin and its relative strength over a long sustained period of time. Several weeks back, several months back, maybe, and he made a very good article that sometimes markets need to slow down and cool off, and this is really, they're using the Genius Act as a cover to cover to disguise this cooling period as an excuse. Yeah,
in order to liquidate assets outside of the actual crypto market to distinguish a hierarchical reserve power of the dollar. They're not trying. It's not that they're actually trying to kill the dollar. It's that they're trying to elevate the dollar into a new regime. So I mean, it's not that a lot of the arguments and the questions when it comes to Trump and his administration and how the Genius Act is, they say that they're trying to quell the dollar and get rid of it and go on to another system. That's not exactly what they're trying to do. What they're trying to do is they're trying to liquidate everything of the old debt in order to monetize a new process that elevates the dollar into its reserve status. They're trying to save the United States from collapsing from the world market as the top dog. They're holding on to the last threads of an empire that is and has been on its final steps. I mean, it's inevitable. Empires are not supposed to last, but they're trying to leap into what they have now, which is the crypto market, which is Bitcoin, as an attachment. That's the reason why the Genius Act was passed, was to utilize a overexpansive, irregulated, not unregulated, but irregulated. It's not overly regulated, but it is an irregulated stablecoin market to link Bitcoin here and the dollar here.
They're trying to drag the dollar of the United States into a new era. And they're saying screw everybody else, basically.
Pretty much. And with doing that, the hope is they can renegotiate Bretton Woods all over again with the SWIFT and reorganize the SWIFT identity and the IMF, which is basically the United States, in order to relegate countries like Russia or China, India, all these countries that are starting to step away from the dollar and try to evaluate and create their own thing, bring them back into the fold of the United States influence. So they're
Yeah.
trying to renegotiate SWIFT into
Bridge the gap.
another digital standard. So bridge the gap. That's actually very interesting. You said that because Zano is bridging the gap between decentralized and privacy exchange with transparent, overt exchanges. Get Zano,
Absolutely.
everybody.
Hey, we're here to put them over, right? But we're gonna
And honestly, Xana, this I'm gonna plug. I'm gonna plug and I'm gonna gloat and I'm like, we would love your sponsorship, Xana.
well,
I
I
love
guess we are
Xana.
considered kind of like a second market podcast. So, we're not exactly first market in the traditional sense, but
We'll take
it
your
would be
sponsorship,
interesting to see what
Xana.
happens. Yeah, yeah.
You don't even have to pay. You don't even have to pay us anything. Just pay Andrew in Just for Men or
Hey,
Bosley, or what is the new thing? Hymns. Just pay Andrew in hymns so you can grow hair.
I'm gonna be a man now.
I mean,
Better to have it now. I mean, I'm 35, so here we go.
mm,
Glassnode data contends that Bitcoin's traditional 4-year cycle is still intact. Nevertheless, not all analysts are prepared to pronounce the cycle's death. In a conversation with Crypto News, Connor Howe, CEO of Ensno, argued that the halving's impact has been weakened rather than eliminated. The halving remains significant for mining economics and long-term scarcity narratives, but traders can no longer depend on a strict 4-year framework.
I'm also
Furthermore,
I'm gonna have this node. I'm gonna have it. We're having it. We're having the assets right now. So
okay.
Tuesday, 8 p.m. Freedom Uncut on X, YouTube, and Rumble. Are you
Nice.
smarter than a politician? Are
Right?
you, Andrew?
I don't know. I mean,
No,
I'm
I
not
don't think
running
you.
for politics, so I think I'm pretty smart.
Yeah, you are
Uh,
pretty smart on that. Go on.
yeah. Furthermore, recent Glassnode research suggests Bitcoin's traditional 4-year cycle maintains structural integrity. Source Glassnode. The blockchain analytics company determined that Bitcoin's current cycle duration and long-term holder profit taking behavior closely resembles previous cycles, with all-time highs in both 2015 through 2018 and 2018 through 2022 cycles occurring 2 to 3 months beyond the present timeline. This data indicates comparable cycle maturity to historical precedents rather than an end of the fundamental 4-year structure. On the 4-hour chart, Bitcoin declined to a weekly low lows of $109,977 before recovering towards $112,150. At
And
present
that's
time, sorry,
and that right there, with the 4-hour chart, that's what we call bridging the gap. So why don't you bridge the gap? Because this is a Catholic podcast, except for Andrew,
Hmm.
and go listen to the Protestant Libertarian, and let's
Hey,
bridge the gap between economics and faith, between Catholic ethics and Protestant principles in economics
he
and society and culture.
does a pretty good program.
He does. He also had Bob Murphy on.
Now, that's something I'm jealous of.
Oh, I was so jealous. I'm happy for him though, man,
Okay.
because that's actually a really good. That episode in itself is a very good one. So if you haven't listened to that one, go check out the Protestant Libertarian.
It's okay. We had Freeman on. As a press time, though investors confidently remain fragile. Source TradingView. This outlook has dampened bullish sentiment, with investors now questioning whether a BTC BTC is the original call signal, can exceed last month's peak of $124,128. Recent market polling indicates that nearly 70% of respondents anticipated a decline to 105,000 before any potential upward movement. All right, now let's get into this video because it's not exactly Bitcoin Core, but it's altcoins, which I think is going to be informative for a lot of people.
But
So
to branch out onto that, make sure you like and subscribe. Ring that bell, everybody, so you can get notified.
Yeehaw!
So
Welcome to Texas.
help us break the Al Gore's rhythm of YouTube, and yeah, man, and help us try to get so elevated that Bob Murphy will come on our podcast. But at the same time, we've had David Freeman and Per Byland on, so we win.
Right.
We win, Alex.
I don't know
We're bridging
about
the
all
gap.
that. We're
Yeah,
getting there. We're getting there.
We're bridging the gap between Catholic ethics and Protestant principles through through Austrian economics, and it starts with Chicago and ANCAP economics of David Friedman.
Shoot. All right. Let's get into this video before we get our own little Chicago boy thing going on.
The Chicago boys are right and wrong at the same time.
Here we go.
Attention, all altcoin holders and investors worldwide. Altcoins have just done something that they haven't done
Guys,
in over 1,575 days. And I need to get you ready for
Days,
what
not
is
gays.
about to happen next. Let's get into it. Welcome. I'm Steve. Here we deliver honest, sponsorship-free TA with genuine value. Subscribe for a no BS approach that actually helps you. Subscribe. Here we are. We're on the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, and we're on the 2-week chart. So everything represented here is all of the altcoins on planet Earth, and Bitcoin is not represented here. And altcoins have just done something that they haven't done in way over 1,000 days. And what is about to happen next is going to be so interesting. I need to get you ready for it. So we've got price action above, middle of our screen, the stochastic RSI, our momentum. Bottom of the screen is the RSI, overbought, oversold. What are the charts saying? What are the facts saying? And your biggest question right now is like, what should you be doing with your altcoins? Are we about to explode, or are things about to get a little bit scary? Let's get into the details. What we said in our video last week is we were looking at this resistance zone, this white line above. Keep in mind, we started getting resistance at this level back in April of 21. Only to get further resistance and rejection in October of 21, only to battle up and get resistance further in December 24. And then we have re-entered this area trying to battle once again. And we finally, it looks like we've just done something that we haven't done in over 1,575 days. And that is take this area that's been our resistance for over 1,500 days and turn it into our support. We just printed this candle hot off the press, and I need to tell you what it means and what you should be doing right now, because we see in our previous candle was our breakthrough candle. This green one means we broke through that area. I've got good news. I just made an exclusive altcoin bonus video based on the hundreds and hundreds of altcoin comments from last video. And the good news is you can immediately unlock it right now.
Have you seen one of these yet? It's not a credit card. It's got no obvious brand.
For free by going to cryptocrewuniversity.com. Join my email list of over 100,000 traders who are getting tips every single week for free. If you're on my email list, go there now. I just released a brand new altcoin bonus video. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Unlock this bonus video right now for free. As a professional trader and investor, what you need to look for after a breakthrough candle is one thing and one thing only: a confirmation candle. What does that do? That's a candle that actually has the full body close above said resistance zone. That's precisely what just happened. Hot off the press, we just printed this little old candle here. Now, your first question is like, well, this is a red candle. Isn't red bad? No, this body of a candle did exactly what it needed to do. It closed as support to an area that has been resistance for more than 1,500 days. This is not some guess or what we hope is going to happen or some coin flip. This is bona fide facts. We have just done something in the altcoin space that hasn't been done in well over 1,000 days, and we've been trying like hell to do it, and we failed every time up until now, hot off the press. So what does it mean? Well, if you look at it, what we have in our hands is resistance above, which we discussed. The white line below has been support, which is phenomenal. And it was our resistance in other periods of time. So this white line dates all the way back to July 17. And this white line has been holding our support through the bear market of the altcoins, which is right here, bottom number one, double bottom, beautiful technical double bottom here. And what you see happening is we had our first swing high, we had a pivot low, this was a lower high, then another swing, a higher high, and then another higher low. And what you see is technically so far another higher high. So what you see is technically sound. The altcoin market incredibly healthy. The structure is beautiful. No hype, just facts. Subscribe and relax. Not only that, this is an ascending triangle. What is an ascending triangle? As we talked about in last week's video, you need a resistance zone above that's been resistance with multiple touch points. The longer period of time, the stronger the ascending triangle. This happens to be represented over multiple years. Case in point, very strong. What you want to see below is an area of support that has multiple higher lows form and multiple touch points. We have all of that. So what we have on our hands here is an area that is going to have a high chance to break to the upside. Ascending triangles, by definition, are as such: resistance zone above, support down below, multiple touch points on each. In the high majority of time, these break to the upside. Now, we just had our breakthrough candle and our confirmation candle, and we got to talk about, what does this mean? In order to really understand what is going on right now in the altcoin market, I need to show you one line and one line only. And by the way, what we have on our hands in the middle is the stochastic RSI, and at the bottom, the RSI. Both of them are going to tell us key pieces of information and factual evidence as to what does this mean for us. One thing you notice when you study the stochastic RSI, which is our momentum, once we have a cross, you can see the blue line on top. Blue line means our momentum to the upside. Red line on top, like here, means momentum to the downside. You'll see when we have the red line on top, you'll often see the altcoin market start to tumble, and then it regains its pivot points. And then when you have the blue line cross back up, that's precisely when the altcoin market starts to rally. Once you break it down like this on a higher time frame, you can gain a lot of clarity and take a deep breath and remain more level-headed. Keep in mind, money historically and always will move from impatient hands to patient hands. It's always been that way. For the history of mankind, humans struggle with money. So just be more patient than the other people and you will be just fine. This chart will help you. Now, one thing I need to point out, not up for debate. Back in March 24, we had a high. In November or December 24, we had a higher high, not up for debate. And we just had another higher high. So it's not up for debate that we had higher highs, right? You can see the chart, you're looking at it, you're like, okay, even if you don't know much about the charts, you're like, I get it. This is a high, we went higher, then we went higher again, not up for debate. What's also true at the same time is our RSI made a high in March 24, then a lower high in December 24, and then most recently a lower high right now. That's not up for debate. What this means is that we've got bearish divergence forming. This is a key fact to point out. Bearish divergence can form over a period of days, weeks, months, years. In the stock market, sometimes it'll form over a decade. In the crypto world, it's typically not a decade, right? We don't have that much evidence to suggest. What usually happens is bearish divergence form over a couple hundred days. So it's something to look for, where right now we have sort of a pressure cooker in the altcoin market. Altcoins want to explode higher, but then we've got this bearish divergence, which could really snap things and put people back into their place. So we need to proceed with caution. One thing to watch for this uncertain times is the stochastic RSI cross back to the downside. Anytime that orange line gets back on top and confirms below the 80 level, meaning you have the fast and the slow line below the 80 level with a cross, then we need to proceed with caution. Now, if there is a cross down, it's not the end of the world, because we still have this white line, which should act as our support zone. So we need to proceed with caution. Right now, we want to stay above this $1.56 trillion. If we don't, we still have hope for this white line, and we need to be patient enough for us to have enough momentum in the market where this thing can really break to the upside, which these ascending triangles typically like to do. I've got good news. I just made an exclusive altcoin bonus video based on the hundreds and hundreds of altcoin comments from last video. And the good news is you can immediately unlock it right now for free by going to cryptocrewuniversity.com. Join my email list of over 100,000 traders who are getting tips every single week for free. If you're on my email list, go there now. I just released a brand new altcoin bonus video. cryptocrewuniversity.com. Unlock this bonus video right now for free.
Why do some men stay strong and vital well into their 60s while others become weak and tired? Take a look at these two men.
Well, there you go.
You couldn't put us back on the screen. I got to do that.
Well, I'm
So-
sorry. I was trying to find a mouse.
So, does this tell us that we're about to enter into a bubble burst or into a golden age?
A hypercycle, potentially.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. So what does for the lametards out there, what does a hypercycle mean? Is that a bubble burst or a golden age?
Well, I mean, let's say 2017, right? How it went from like $200 to 20 grand for
Yep.
one Bitcoin. That's
And
a
they went
hypercycle.
all the way
When
down.
there's no upper resistance, all it can do is climb, and that's what he's talking about potentially happening. There's no certainties in trading. There's only probabilities. It's a very good probability. It's not certain, but
There's
realistically,
never anything certain in trading.
yeah, yes, it's very good signs pointing towards a hypercycle in the altcoin, and it's been waiting a long time to do this, over 1,000 days.
So I mean, if you have a bunch of money and your number goes up, type of cat in Ethereum, this is where you're gonna make it big, buddy.
Everyone's got an option.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I prefer to jump into Litecoin and back it up with silver and then start using the Litecoin backed by the hard asset of silver. So a silver backed Litecoin. And then my other favorite, besides the trading and altcoin for digital assets of worthless dollars, is attaching to Xano and attempting to figure out ways, which actually Aaron Day says that he's working on this right now, or trying to gold back the tokenization of Xano. So tokenizing gold through the bridge token of Xano to the blockchains. You know how wonderful that would be just to have a tangible, hard asset attached to these digital currencies.
Well, I know that there's been several attempts to make a gold-backed stable coin.
Hmm.
So, I mean, if he can do it, I'm all the more power to him.
I mean, do we want it as a stable coin, or do you
Well,
want it as a bridge token?
I mean,
What's the difference? What is the difference actually? Explain the difference between a bridging token like Xano or a stable coin like, I don't know. What are I don't even look in. I'm not even in the stable coin identity right now. What's a good stable coin? That's not a meme shit coin.
I mean, Freedom USD is very being pushed right now. I think it would be
Yeah.
something very productive. As for a bridge, something to bridge it with, I'm not
Hmm.
too technically aware of how that would work, so I couldn't give an objective answer that would be
Xano.
accurate for certain.
Xano's a bridge token.
Yeah,
It literally links.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about the gold.
Oh, the gold.
Yeah.
I mean, how that would work, and I assume what you're doing is you're effectively backing a digital apparatus of using a tangible way of real world currency transaction, like say with Xano, which is what they've done. Like within the last couple of weeks, they've Xano and what is it, Zebra have partnered for the Xano debit card, right? So I would assume that if you want to embrace like a gold backed standard, then you match the transaction within Xano of purchasing goods to that of a gold quantity.
That makes sense.
So, but yeah, and then I know Litecoin has been experimenting with the silver idea. So, um, so it can be done. It's not difficult, but it's difficult. I shouldn't say it's not difficult, but it's not. But to
It's
oversimplify it would be,
unorthodox.
yeah. To oversimplify it would be the wrong way to go. It is complex in its own realm. So there is a complexity, a nuance into the idea of pegging hard metals to that of crypto assets.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Like I said, I know there are trading pairs between gold and Bitcoin Core and Bitcoin Cash, to be honest. And it would be interesting to see, just how far all this could really go. I mean, this is revolutionary stuff as it is. I mean, this is the momentum of growth for this sector is stupendous. So
You know what else?
whatever
You know what
works.
else is? Yeah. You know what else is revolutionary?
What?
Pegging Tether to the dollar.
So that's where the €0 mark goes.
Probably. Most
And
likely.
Karl Marx.
It's working in it really, I mean, if you think about it, yeah, Tether's kind of working into the realm of Marxist thought. But I digress.
Yeah.
And with that, with the polite slight towards Tether, we are no longer on Rumble.
We'll still be there.
Just kidding. You can follow us on Rumble, like the content, and go ahead and again leave a like and subscribe. Ring that notification bell over on YouTube. The Legacy Ride, everybody. So there
Thanks
you
for
go.
watching, nerds.
Andrew, what else do you have in store on this content today?
Well, I think that's about it. I only had the article and the video. I thought it was a nice balance between the two. Cover everything and also give, historical perspective.
I meant your thoughts, but sure, we'll go ahead and end the show. So that's Andrew Joseph. I'm Zach Kaiser. And you can catch us tomorrow on World Blockchain Roundtable at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central Time.
Central. I got it that time.
With that, and be sure to not miss at 11 a.m. Eastern for the Weekly Legacy, our main flagship program, as we continue to explore Law Zero with Greg Lane. But as for next week with Legacy News, we will not be back on Monday. We're both out of town. So we will see you for Legacy News next week at a very weird time, possibly live. Who knows how it sets up? I don't know when I will be back. We may actually just, unless Andrew wants to do it on his own. If Andrew wants to do it on his own, Tuesday with Andrew. Otherwise, if he wants to do it with me, it'll probably be Tuesday. Some point in the afternoon, we'll do a quick live for Legacy News. It will not be there on Monday. So Crypto Wednesday, next Wednesday will be perfect. We're just peachy there. So
Right.
But catch us on Thursday, tomorrow, for World Blockchain Roundtable and Weekly Legacy on Friday, 11 a.m. both days. So other than that, Baldhead, would you like to take us out?
Sure. You guys, and thanks for watching, and let's go see what Bitcoin's up to. Have a good one.
Bitcoin, baby.
Hey, yeah, this is Bitcoin. I'm back. The king of the rap shit. I'm back in this Bitcoin, baby. I'm back in this bitch. Flossing fast cars and rolling with my clique. The king of the rap shit, the real OG. Whack ass rappers got nothing on me. Bought another Lambo, 3 hoes inside it, 10 hoes in line, ready to ride it. It's Bitcoin, bitch. Keep the track bumping. Really on the plug. I got pies in the oven. 80 years old, and your baby mama fond of me. All she wanna do is smoke my broccoli. Private jets from Rome to Ibiza. Lisa, Jenny, Julie, and Maria. Every day I gotta give thanks. I got Bitcoins in the bank. Bitcoin, baby. I'm back in this bitch.
Bitcoin, baby. Oh,
I'm a bad motherfucker.
Bitcoin, baby.
The king of the rap shit. I'm back in this bitch. Axe your grandmother. Verse 2, coming with the gin and the juice. Call me a drag, spit flame in the booth. I'm hot, like a thermos full of coffee. So hot, can't get the hose off me. It's true, I got the weed card and shit. I'm smoking like a motherfucking chimney, kid. Bitches love me, my shit's never whack. Tell these motherfuckers, Bitcoin's back.
Bitcoin, baby.
I'm a bad motherfucker.
Hot like hot coffee. Oh,
Axe your grandmother.
Surprise, motherfucker.
The king of the rap shit. I'm back in this bitch.
Get your hands in the air. Put your hands on the car. Put your 2 hands on the rock. Put your 2 hands on the rock.
Bitcoin, baby.